for those of you who don't know what Humanode is the first blockchain that tries to tie nodes to humans. One human, one node, and one vote. But I hope that you were able to read about Humanode in various papers, articles, or our website that we have. And I don't know whether you've been to many conferences, but this conference is going to be a bit different. We're not going to have those tedious lectures, today at least. We're going to have them tomorrow. And what we're going to do is we're going to have debates on various themes that are like surrounding Humanode. And today's theme is pretty interesting, right, Victor? So yeah, we have our teams today. Most of them are members of the Humanode team. We have the development, the BD, and the media team here, but we're also joined by our friends, Alex from Catacomb Crawlers, and you as well, because it's not like we're going to be sitting here and participating in debates only by ourselves. What we're going to do is, here you can see there are papers right there in front of you with pens, and we have a theme called One Person, One Node. Is it the future of decentralization? That is the question. And we have one pro team that will be making thesis about, well, yeah, that pro one person, one node brings more decentralization to crypto. And then we have the other team, which is a noble team, that'll be talking against this. They'll be trying to make thesis on that Humanode doesn't bring any decentralization. And in debates, that's very noble. So let's applaud them. So during the debates, there are certain rules. The teams will be coming up with various theses. Then the opposing team will have to rebuff this thesis. They'll try to counter-argue on certain points. And we will have 3 rounds. During the debates, if you have any idea in your mind, you want to contribute to one team or the other team, you can come out, you can grab like a paper and a pencil or like a pen that is right there. And you can write your ideas, you can troll them, you can also write something funny, put it on the table, and the teams will use it in their discussions and debates. So what we're doing here is fruitful, and it will also benefit in our more profound understanding of what Humanode is. So, you guys ready to begin?
Yeah, sure.
Why do you have a microphone?
Well,
What we're going to do right now is we are going to take 5 minutes. During this 5 minutes and during the whole debates, guys, you don't need to like constantly and seriously like sit and like listen carefully. You can like go around, you can mingle, you can like have some more coffee, you can have a cigarette, and then when you have an idea, just please write it down and deliver it to our teams. So I'm gonna be here leading the debates. Also, I'm gonna be looking at the timer because we have like a limited time for both of the teams. And yes, so are we ready to begin? We are. Great. So let's start the first round. Now, the teams have 5 minutes to come up with the first thesis for the debates. And I invite our guests as well to contribute by thinking of what thesis and what like facts and arguments can you provide for both of the sides. Oskar, do you want to deliver some themes? Maybe you, Emre? If you have any. Yes, so as you might have known, our team has been working on Humanode for 4 years now. And today we have 1,600 one human, one node validators on the chain. Meaning that there are 1,600 humans that are unique and that have like separate nodes running for each human. Oh, I see some volunteers already taking up the papers. Two minutes left, guys. 3 are gone. All right, teams, let's stop discussions right now. Please choose the announcer from your team to declare the first thesis. So now we're doing the first theses of the first round. Also, I would like to add that after each round, our guests, will have to vote for which side you are more leaning, After teams make theses for both sides, each round we're gonna vote, and now we'll see where the local humanoid community is more leaning with their minds. So guys, are you guys ready? So we have a pro team ready, please. Stage for Andre. It's the first thesis of pro one person, one node team. Sharon, be my guest.
Okay, hello all. Our thesis is based on the fact that the current approach of many of, let's say, even the blockchains, they're not decentralized at all. If you look at Bitcoin, it has 5 or 6 mining pools that control almost 60% of the entire blockchain, which means that these 5 or 6 companies can make decisions for everybody. And if they collude, well, they're one of the most centralized forces in the world. Federal banks are much more decentralized than the current blockchains such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, and so on. If you have one human, one node, the more people that participate, the more decentralized it becomes. And when you have one person, one node, and one vote, you can actually form a basis of a true liquid democracy. The more people that participate, the more decentralized it becomes. The more different ideas are out there, and you can purely vote on how it moves forward with a much wider range of ideas.
Okay, thank you, Shannon. Thank you, first team. Now, anti one person, one node team, please. Your thesis. There's the microphone.
Hello, everybody. I'm co-founder of Humanode against Humanode. So our thesis is pretty simple. There are a lot of people in the world, which is really bad, but they're pretty poor. And they will agree to give out their vote for a little bit of money. And blockchains are all about security, and security of blockchains is all about the cost of the attack. It's much more costly to find out a lot of money in this world, right? Because money is scarce, than it is to find a lot of people in this world. And basically, our thesis is that the cost of the attack on proof of stake or proof of work network, it should be actually much higher than the cost of attack with gathering a lot of people around you, especially if you go to the less developed countries. Thank you.
Thank you, Victor. Now, do the teams require to hear the theses one more time? Is everything clear? All right. Then now, as we've heard the theses, the team will take 3 to 4 minutes to formulate a counter-argument. So this team will formulate a counter-argument to there, and them will counter-argument this team's thesis. So we have another 3 or 4 minutes. As our guest helped with supplying ideas for the initial thesis, you can also supply the ideas for the counter-argument. And stop. Stop discussions. That's it. Okay, are the teams ready to deliver the counter arguments? Yes, so this time let's start with the anti-team. Please.
Alex. It's, hey everyone. So basically, the pro team. Are you guys ready? We thought about, let's say, proof of stake or even DAOs. You have these democratic leaders based on wealth. They will not attack their own systems. However, on the other side, you'll have populists that will try to disable or to disrupt these, let's say, safe-proof systems. Now, when talking about humanoid, let's think about how do you take out humanity of the populace. So for example, I'm a populist, I want to attack you guys. I will grab these guys and I will attack your systems. How do you take out humanity from the node? Emotions and decisions and someone to be bought off in case of a DAO voting. Is it clear?
It is clear.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Alex. Now the pro team, please, your counter argument to the thesis of the anti-team.
The anti-team talked about the cost of the attack, and I agree. At the very beginning, let's say we have 1,300 nodes running right now. It would be easy for somebody to move in and pay 2,000 people $5, $10 to come in and try to take over the system. But you remember one thing is that the amount of money is almost infinite, where the amount of human beings on this planet is finite. So the more the system grows, the more costlier it will become, and to be able to find the right amount of people to counter it will become harder and harder. So all we need to do is do a step-by-step system on how many nodes are basically allowed in the system. So it's a step-by-step process, so we do not leave the vector of attack by just buying out a group of people.
Thank you, the pro team. Now, the last step of the round, the teams are going to counter-argument the counter-argument. And with this, the round will be finished. Each debate that we're going to have is going to have 3 rounds. So please, teams, you have 3 minutes or 4 minutes, I'm giving you 4 minutes, to come with a counter-argument to the counter-argument. See a lot of people chipping into the anti-team. We need some pro-team ideas, guys. So you have any? Help them out. And stop. Yes, thank you very much, guys. Now, the counter-argument for the counter-argument, starting with the pro team. Please deliver the last counter-argument in this round.
Okay, thank you. Basically, their counter-argument was about populism and how to take the emotions out of the human network. Well, it really comes down to the core idea of, democracy. And basically, we don't limit how people vote or which way they should vote. And we believe that, yes, populists exist anywhere in the world, in any system in the world. But who's to say that the voice of one person or a group of 5 or 6 people who have a lot of money and power is any more valuable than what each and everybody has in their hearts? By giving people the power to vote is giving everybody a voice. And they have the opportunity to voice their own opinions, or they can listen to the populace. So of course, there will be people trying to sway people one direction or the other, but we believe in humanity, and the more people that have voting power, the more people that have equal voice, the more decentralized it will become, and the more balanced it will become.
Thank you, pro team. Now, anti-team's counter argument.
All right, so the counter-argument of the pro team was about the fact that the cost of attack on the humanoid network grows with the number of people, right? Also, people are kind of finite, so there's just 8 billion people in the world, while money is infinite. Yeah, number of people is growing, yeah, but it's harder than to print money, indeed. And okay, number one, the attacker, if smart enough, he can start the attack earlier. Don't attack humanoid right now, but just grow the number of nodes who are using the malicious client of the node so that they could attack later on. So he has here his own community. He invests more money into marketing of this community. And, well, basically, he leads to the wrong humanoid launcher website. And step by step, as the number of humanoids grows, number of humanoids he controls grows even faster. And there was a small point about the infinity of money. Well, the tokens we create can be not infinite, and basically they will just grow in value compared to infinite fiat currencies we have. So it will be harder as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my co-founder, for this great argument. Now, with this, the round one is over. And after each round, we would like to ask to vote, for you guests to vote on which side you're more leaning to. The vote is going to be done very easily. I'm going to say the side, and if you agree with the side, you have to just raise your hand. Okay? So, right now, who is more leaning to pro side? Can you please raise your hand? Lol. Nice. There we go. The real trailblazers and believers of idea. Now, please raise hands those who are leaning more anti. Okay, well, nice. Okay, let's work on this. Okay. Now we're continuing on to round two. The teams have now 5 minutes to prepare the second theses they have in this game. So there's no winning, Perez. There's debating. So you have 5 minutes. Yeah, thank you. I invite our guests to chip in the ideas. If you want to write them in Turkish, that's also very good. So please. Core Node community, do you want to help the pro side team with some ideas? They need your help. And stop. Okay, teams. Now we're starting this, continuing this second round, and it's the second thesis for both teams. So, previous time we started with the pro team. This time we're starting with the anti team. So please, anti team, present your thesis. Oh, we got another idea. Nice timing.
Okay. So let's think about this. Let's think about a big family. One guy knows how to set up a human node, right? And he sets up every family member. He somehow has the control. Or maybe you guys work at the same job. One guy says, I'm gonna set this up for you. So secretly, he controls that group. And he can influence that, let's say, regional system. So how can, it's not a question here, the thesis, right? Sorry. Yeah. But also a cloud admin can do the same thing. Possible, a cloud admin can do the same thing. You got the thesis? Okay.
Hopefully they did, yeah. Thank you. Now the thesis from the pro team, please.
I hate to say that I'm giving the presentation again. But our thesis is our system, one human, one node, is based on the fact that we use biometrics. And to launch a node, we do not need a lot of money, we do not need expensive computers, we just need to prove that we are a human being that's alive. So one thing is the cost of joining a network, the cost of becoming a validator, the cost of becoming this is much lower. Now, one other thing that we like to point out is that because we do not care who you are, you could be American, Russian, you could be from Botswana, you could be from Timbuktu, you could be from Istanbul. We don't care. We don't care if you're a man, a woman, what faith you believe in, how much money you have. It's not an issue. But because of this, we're able to gather people truly from around the world, people who might have not had the money to join a network as a validator and to become part of this, meaning we can spread globally much faster in a much more decentralized fashion. And more people that perhaps were not part of the market before can now participate as members. So we're able to build a platform faster and wider.
Thank you, Pro Team. Now, the teams have 3-4 minutes to come up with the counter arguments to each other's thesis. Let's go.
Dre, jump in, January, Jake Mother Maze, hey, don't worry, you're amazing, you're a brand new day.
Okay, guys, are you ready to present the counter arguments?
Yes.
So we're starting the counter arguments with the Pro Team this time. So please, a rep. All right, Tony, let's go.
Well, hello, I'm Tony from Humanoids. With their thesis, I spotted 2 points. One of the points is sock puppeteering, is when you control some group of people, like your family, you just took their faces, just scan your wife, and use them to increase your voting power. And we do not fight the sock puppeteering at all, actually. We're fighting the Sybil attacks. We're fighting the million of bots coming to your system. We do not fighting one family controlled by the father. And we did the research about how many people could be sock puppeteering, like not could be, but actually are sock puppeteering in our system like right now. And the most that I spot on was 4 people by one account controlled. So maybe it's not a family of 20. And about cloud admins, I don't really know what cloud admins are in this context. If they're talking about cloud providers, then we are pretty much safe from them via CVM technology. You can learn more of it in our different lectures. If you're talking about some just influential admins of some public groups, then it's against not a point about decentralization of one person or not. It's against democracy itself. I do not want to talk about democracy anymore. So that's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Pro Team. Now the anti-team with their counter argument, please.
So the argument of the team was about the fact that the cost of becoming validator in Humanoid network is very low, so Humanoid network can spread globally faster and wider than any other blockchain. Is it correct? And well, there are technologies still on testnet, but we can send you some papers later that actually allow you to launch a node without paying $10 a month for a cloud server, without even having a personal computer that you have to run 24/7. There are technologies that allow you to become part of the network and participate in consensus just from your mobile phone. And moreover, this mobile phone doesn't even necessarily have to have a good enough camera because you could just use proof of stake and you don't have to scan the face. Thank you very much.
Thank you, anti-team. Now, the third step in the second round is to create a counter-argument for the counter-argument. So teams have 4 minutes, please. And stop. Discussions should end now. So, are the teams ready to refute the counter-argument? They are? All right, then the pro team, please. Oh, the anti-team. Yeah.
So, hello guys. So, our contra argument is that if humanoid becomes like such a big democratic system, like the authoritarian countries, like they are anti-democratics, they can ban humanoid and ask all the service providers and cloud providers, Tony, to plug off the systems. So, where will that leave you?
Leave you personally, yes?
Leave humanoid.
That's it.
Yeah.
Thank you. The pro team, please.
Okay, one thing that Victor mentioned was the fact that there are applications these days that you can basically download an app and join the consensus easily through proof of stake. Well, proof of stake means you have to put money in the system. And okay, so you put in maybe, 10 lira, 100 lira, and you can participate, but do you truly have a voice? You really do not have a voice there. All they are doing is gathering the scrapes. Whereas in a one-person, one-node system, you actually will earn a voice with the system, and you're not putting money in there to earn some scrapes. You earn a voice by staking your biometrics, not your money.
Thank you, pro team. And with that, the second round is over. And now it's up to you guests to decide where the opinion is leaning. So once again, let's vote. Who is leaning more to the anti-team? Can you raise your hand? Okay, there's a sway. All right. Now, who is leaning more for the pro team? Raise your hands. Okay, there is a change. And now we are moving to the third and final round of this debate. The teams have 5 minutes to come up with the third thesis. Please begin. And stop. Yeah, just freeze. Don't stop dancing for us. All right. So, are the teams ready with the third thesis of this day? You are? Great. Then the pro team, please begin. The third thesis.
The third thesis actually is, it might be a little different from this, but one thing about the one human, one node network that Humanode is building is the moment you become a validator and you validate in the system, you become an equal owner of the system. Meaning the founders, the core team, the validators, they are equal owners of this network. This also means that although we're starting up with sort of a centralized authority of the core team, as the system grows and as the network grows, it will become more and more decentralized in many ways. The development team will probably have many developers joining within the validator nodes, within the communities. The media team will definitely be calling out to everybody out there who has media experience or ideas. It becomes a foundation of a global community that has the potential to grow and people can participate in. So yes, one person, one node is definitely a system that is needed if you want to create a global massive network, not some centralized network that lives or dies by the voice of one CEO with all the money. It lives and dies by the community, by everybody participating.
Thank you, pro team. Now, the anti-team with the last thesis.
So, we have one very interesting idea from the community, and we actually thank you for this. And it's about one identification system. As we know, we use face tech, yeah? And that can bring problems because like someone rich, yeah, instead of controlling Humanode directly, they can control the biometric system. Thank you.
Thank you, anti-team. Now, the teams have 3 minutes to come up with the Are the teams ready to deliver the counter arguments? All right. Let's starting with the anti-team. Is anti-team ready?
Are you ready?
Okay, hi guys. Sorry, my English not so perfect. I'm a technical guy, but okay, let me share my thoughts about equal owner of the system. Yeah. So imagine we are stakeholders of some product and we equal owners. What does it mean? That we share equal dividends from products. But today in Humanode, just top 1,000 nodes can got rewards. So it's not so equal. Thank you.
Thank you, anti-team. Pro team, please, with your counter argument.
Okay, so I'm Andrei. Hello, everybody. So, to answer Farad's question about the face tech, we are building our tech around the face tech as a model. Okay. So we were already thinking about finding more flexible and another biometric providers. So this is not a problem for us. We just can unplug a face tech model and build with another biometric provider. So that will be all. Thank you.
Thank you, pro team. And now, for the last counter arguments of the counter arguments. Team and our guests have 3 minutes to come up with ideas. I want to remind you that if you have any ideas or facts that you want to help the team with, you can take out small papers and pens, write the ideas, and hand it to the teams that you think you can support with the ideas that you have in your mind. So yeah, 3 minutes. And stop, teams. All right. Hopefully the teams are ready to present the refutal of the counter argument. We ready? I don't see shining in your eyes. Are we ready? See Sasha's eyes? All right. Now starting with the pro team, please. The final counter arguments of this day. Please present them.
Okay, the argument was that only the top 1,000 nodes get rewards. And, well, actually, that's not true. I mean, it is true that we currently, with the amount of income, we are limited to the top 1,000 nodes. However, if, let's say, 3,000 nodes all run at the same 100% and same 84 epochs, everybody will get rewards. So if you only run, let's say, 82 epochs, and you are the 1,001st person, yes, you may not get rewards. But if you are the 1,001st person and you run 84 epochs, you will get rewards. So yes, we are equal now.
And perfectionist, I guess. Thank you, pro team. Now the anti-team with the last counter argument.
Okay, so because you guys said that if we are to like remove face tech, you're gonna find another biometric provider. There's a problem there because there's only a very limited number of good biometric providers. Like you don't find them on all the roads, yeah, and they won't have good accuracy. They won't have like you know, all the good technical stuff as well. So there's only so many you can change before you run out of biometric providers. So yeah, good luck in finding biometric providers. Thank you.
Okay, anti-team, pro team, thank you very much. And now the teams have 1 minute to come up with a final statement. So please don't waste it on jokes. The final statement is where the teams will lay out all the theses and final thoughts on the opinions that they are representing before we have the final vote. So yes, prepare. Okay, guys. Let's start with the final statements, and we will let the pro team go first. So please, the pro team with the final statement before the final vote. Let's commence.
Okay, as a final statement, if the goal is to create a truly global system that gives people equal power, the only viable option is to create a one human, one node system. Unless, of course, everybody wants to, cling to a certain known group of people. If you want a truly global system, one person, one node, with equal opportunities is the way. How it will develop? Well, it depends on how each participant participates. So this is not something, we're not saying this is the ultimate solution. We're saying it is the best option out there.
Okay, thank you for your final statement. Pro team, now anti-team with the final statement.
Okay, so guys, although we recognize humanoids' potential, yeah, we still see a few challenges that you guys will probably face, and you will need to tackle a few things like we discussed. So our final thoughts go to like the problem of a few biometric providers, the scalability of nodes. So you need to scale quite a lot to be able to, you know, sustain a potential, let's say, attack. Then you also have the problem of corruption or influence of voting power, yeah, where you have, like, as we spoke, communities that can influence the majority and influence people's votes. So yeah, that's also one of the things you have to consider and tackle for the future. And not, well, last but not least, you also have many validators, and probably we have in the community here many validators present that rely on cloud providers. So as we spoke before, these cloud providers can just flick the button and turn your devices off, and you won't be any more validators. Thank you.
Okay, anti-team, thank you for the final statement. And now, our honorable guests, let's do the final voting. So, after hearing all the theses, all the counter-arguments, and counter-arguments, let's decide the opinion of this meetup today. So, starting with the anti-team, guys. Who is leaning more towards the anti-team? Please raise your hands. Who is leaning more to anti-team? Please raise your hands. Okay. Now, who is more leaning to the pro team? Raise your hands. Oh, that's a comeback. All right. Thank you very much, guys. It was a very interesting debate, and it started with lead from one team, and by the end of it, a lot of you have listened to very interesting arguments, and he's not happy, but okay. But he's actually pro. So, basically, now we're going on a 45, 50-minute break. But during this break, first of all, we have our great friends and partners, Catacomb Crawlers here. And on the second floor up there, they have a stand where you can try to play their game. And there's a competition which is going on and things that you can participate in. And maybe you can win some prizes if you try to beat their game. As you might know, they are to launch the game on our chain in the near future. So you might try it out, demo it, and enjoy it for yourselves. In 15 minutes, we'll be starting a game. In this game, we are all going to be playing together. It's not going to be debates. The game is going to be about a crypto company DAO. So we're going to be simulating as if we are a DAO in a crypto company, and there are going to be proposals coming in. We're going to be voting on those proposals together, like spending on marketing, building an office, and playing like a simulation game as if we're one crypto company together. And of course, we can lose the game, so prepare for that mentally, and have a good break, guys. Thank you very much.
Okay,